Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's going to be a little different. Um, Life of Abundance has put together a set of reels and videos. Now, I haven't watched all of them. I've only watched the first couple, but I totally agree that this video needs to uh, gain some traction. So, life of abundance or living a life of abundance, I do not want you to think that I am poaching your video. That is not the attempt. I'm actually just trying to shed some light on it because I feel it's important. And I will link the original video in the description. So even if you don't watch my commentary version of it, you can see the original for yourself. This is OnlyFans girls want more respect from men.
So I misunderstand. Are we saying that 2 plus 2, if you say it's 4, that's racist? I mean, that sounds like we may be mischaracterizing it. What, if you can quickly sum it up?
No, that's not mischaracterizing it at all. It's math is basically racist under this ideology because it says there is no such thing as an objective reality. So 4 might not be the right number. 2 plus 2 might actually equal 5.
2 plus 2 is 4. It's right there. That's not objective reality. That's just 2 plus 2 is 4. That is not racist or ideological, or it's just a fact.
What are you, Damien?
No,
Why?
not my type.
All right, if you're not into studs, let's go find you a boyfriend then.
The dark and tall is behind us.
Yeah?
They dark and yeah.
What about her? Hey, yo, my homegirl right here thinks you're a 10 out of 10. She was like, yeah, that motherfucker there's a stud.
Yeah.
He wants your number.
Yeah, dude. What's your name?
I'm Heaven. What's yours?
Nice.
Nice to meet you.
No. What? No, it's a mic.
Are you guys together? Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Is this your sugar mama?
No, that's his mother, man.
Oh,
That's his mother,
oh,
man.
he didn't look white. I'm sorry.
Hey, what the f*** you,
What's
man?
wrong with you?
All right, well, I don't know what just happened.
I gotta go.
See, the problem with living in a stereotypical world and being presumptive about who you're talking to and making assumptions about situations instead of getting to know people and finding out who they really are can really, really lead to some very uncomfortable situations, some very cringeworthy situations.
I have like a question.
Yeah,
You
sure.
think if like women ruled the world, like we'd have wars and stuff?
No, the world would end.
Yeah, it would end.
Literally end.
Yeah.
The world will be peaceful. That's
No,
what- that's
because
what
I feel like
If
these niggas
you
will be shit.
get a period and Russia pisses you off, you set up a nuke. We're done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't think like you guys.
Yeah,
do.
we
Like,
don't.
we're not like
You think emotionally, so it'll
exactly
be even worse.
emotionally.
You
I
don't
would
think.
never do that.
It's like
You might not, but she
one
might.
day a bad mood and then but then we're all
Someone in
fine.
the chat's gonna put it out, but someone had done some research and they found that female rulers are actually far more likely to get into confrontation with other nations than male rulers are.
Yep.
And I think I mean, I'll open it up to you guys for discussion here, but I think the reason why is because women have no real concept of violence. There's a reason why men typically don't disrespect each other, but when a girl's talking shit to you, she'll disrespect you as a man because she knows she can't get hit. But a guy ain't gonna talk to you crazy like that a lot of times because we understand this silent situation where we can both kill each other.
Meanwhile.
Okay, so I think that both sides are wrong in this regard. Not wrong. I think that they have a misunderstanding of each other as men and women, because there are levels. Not all women react emotionally, and not all men react objectively. Some men do react emotionally. Men that have been beaten down and treated disrespectfully their entire lives tend to internalize things. They tend to, if they get attacked verbally or otherwise, they are going to wonder what it was that they did wrong, as opposed to blaming the other person. What did I do? Where did I go wrong? That's what I do. I'm learning how to fix that. I'm learning how to be a better person, but I internalize. I wouldn't attack someone else. I would question myself and wonder what I could have done differently in that situation. And not all women react emotionally. Some women are objective. Some women are the same way. They internalize. They're like, wow, why did they come at me like that? What did I do that provoked that situation? And what can I do better in the future to prevent that from happening? So I can see why both sides might say that they feel a specific way. However, I don't think that by pigeonholing and stereotyping both sides, either side is getting anything out of it.
Telling women that the greatest thing they'll ever do in life is get married. You know what's harder to accomplish than getting married? Literally anything.
For the very first time in my life, I can't believe I'm actually seeing a ball dribbling humans. That ball definitely deserves more equal pay than a woman. But on the other hand, feminists be like, that ball is misogynist, it's sexist. Oh my god, oh my god.
All right, so what this team needs is practice. What this world needs is compassion and empathy. And based on the way culture and society are at the moment, I can see his perspective, even if I don't necessarily agree with it. See, the metaphor here is that the ball is kicking their asses. It really is. But that can be ironed out with practice. And, you know, maybe this is their first time playing and it's just not being, you know, represented, you know, from the perspective of a team who has since worked hard and gotten to a much better place. But at the moment, yeah, I can see the argument for and against. When the problem with cancel culture, especially right now, is that if we do not get the instant gratification that we desire when we desire it, then it is the fault and the problem of the other entity involved. The ability to take accountability for ourselves, the ability to own our actions and take responsibility for them, has given way to our desire to be right, regardless of the cost to others.
That ball is misogynist, it's sexist. Oh my god, oh my god.
I have literally been outside for about 2 minutes and I am drenched. I don't think I've ever been this.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
We do need
The way she got in that car had nothing to do with being outside. The way he reacted had nothing to do with focus. See, the problem that I came across in an Instagram video, a reel recently, was this woman's like, I don't understand why I can't walk around outside topless. If men can do it, why can't women? true. But the presumption is that not from her, but in general, is that if a woman walks around topless, every guy is just going to be like, boobs. And it's not necessarily true. You know? I'm not going to walk up to a woman and be like, because that's disrespectful. It's a matter of how you were raised and how you are culturally. So, I mean, we need to take these things into account. That's all I can say.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do.
No, because they're lesbians.
Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman? Your toilet breaks down. Who do you call?
So I fix my own car. I can do. I'm motor mechanics.
Your power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
Oh, at the moment, men. Obviously,
Yeah,
because
so-
of
so
patriarchy. Because of patriarchy.
Oh no.
But
When this feminist said,
I fix my own car.
You mean refilled the petroleum and put gas in the tank? She said lesbian so confidently, as if two women can create a human being. Like, what the fuck? Did she even go to school? This woman has a brain cell of, if you're a homeless man, buy a house.
If I was a
Okay, that last part I can agree with. It's the problem in this video for me is the black and white thinking. Okay, that a single individual or a single set of individuals can solve the world. The problem is, whether we're men, whether we're women, why can't we just coexist? Men like me are not in this to be dominant and you know, make you feel insignificant or insecure. If I ask you if you would like help, that's not me being patriarchal. That's me asking if you need help. If I hold the door for you and you spit in my face and tell me I can get my own door, it's me being a gentleman, not being patriarchal. There are still good people out there that do good things for the right reasons.
Of, if you're a homeless man, buy a house.
If I was a man, and I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I wouldn't hire a woman. I wouldn't do it. And I say it all the time, and I say that, and that is something that women need to consider when they're talking about this stuff. When you are saying that a man complimenting you and saying, I really like your outfit today, is a form of sexism. What is if you're a man, why hire a woman, right? So you fought all this time to be able to get into the workforce, only to say these are going to be the rules. You know, if you say anything, even if you compliment me, if you look at me, anything, I'm going to have a reason to fight you. And by the way, you're going to want to settle and pay me, because even just the stain of an accusation is enough to ruin men. So if you're a guy, right, in this society, in this Me Too environment, in this litigation-rich environment of misogyny and sexism and all of these claims, what is the value add? What's the risk? You know, the benefit and the risk. I can't do the analysis and say, I'd just be like, no, I'm just not hiring one. Give me all the men. No.
Speaking strictly for myself as a straight white male, I have been put in the absolute lowest bracket of viable candidates for dating, for employment. What I say, regardless of my intent, has to be either sexist, misogynistic, racist, or homophobic, and it's not. It's not. I'm a conservative, more moderate. I try to take things from the middle. I look at the left, I look at the right, and then I come up with my own opinion. I was raised a specific way. Good and bad. And I have had to learn how to balance how I was raised with what the societal expectations for me are, and then form who I am out of both those extremes. And then I'm being told on top of it that as a single straight white male, that my opinion doesn't matter at all. And now I'm having to grapple with that and come to terms with it.
Open my horizons to vegetables because I'm a pretty picky eater.
You're not a picky eater if you're 600 pounds.
When
Yeah, I'm just going to pause it because I don't want to touch that one. Somebody will obviously get offended if I say anything.
Out of his way to make the workforce within that company 50-50 as much as he could in terms of men and women being represented. So we're talking about engineers, we're talking about tradespeople, we're talking about in workshops, we're talking at the managerial level.
If you hire 50% women engineers and 50% male engineers, then the women engineers are less qualified because the pool of engineers is lower among women. So you can't hire 50% women engineers without producing a decrement in the quality of the engineers because this selection pool is too small. You can't do that on a large scale. You might be able to do that in one company. But look, you think about it mathematically. If there's 10 times as many male engineers as there are female engineers, and you insist upon hiring 50-50, then obviously the degree to which the female engineers are proficient cannot be the same as the degree to which the male engineers are proficient. It's mathematically impossible.
So you're saying don't even try?
No. I'm saying something much more specific than
This feminist is so out of touch with reality. Jordan Peterson can say trees exist, and her response will be like, so you're saying the ocean is not worth saving? Jordan Peterson made a well-articulated statement that challenged her, and feminists be like, so you're saying you're a sexist? This is why you should never argue with a feminist, because they will always choose emotions over logic.
Okay, again, I have to disagree with that statement. I appreciate the argument, and I understand what Jordan Peterson is saying there, that if you try to balance 50-50, and you have, let's make it mathematically easy, you have 100 men that are qualified to the degree of specifics that can function in that job set, that meet all the requirements for that job. That is 100 men that qualify for that job, right? Now, you go through the same process with female prospects, right? And let's say, just to turn the tables, let's say there's 200 females that are qualified for that specific position. Okay? So if we want a 50-50 split, and there's only 100 jobs, that would be 100 women out of the 200 candidates, and all 100 men that means that 100 women who are just as qualified, maybe even more qualified, have now been dismissed because we want equality over quality.
You shouldn't have any words in
Okay.
this situation.
You're saying because I'm a man, I'm not affected by abortion, I shouldn't have an opinion on it?
Pretty much.
Are you affected in any way by the Holocaust?
Not personally, I'm not Jewish.
Do you think the Holocaust is bad?
I do.
So you have an opinion on something that doesn't directly affect you, right?
What do you think?
That is true too. Look, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Right, wrong, good, bad, otherwise. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. There's a saying that I learned a while ago that says it is better to make an imperfect decision than to seek approval. Because by making an imperfect decision, I am taking the steps to form a logical conclusion, right? If I am seeking approval from someone else, I am telling someone else to make that decision for me. I have followed all the logical steps, but I want someone else to make that decision for me because I am too insecure to do it for myself, or I've made the decision, but I don't want other people to think differently of me based on that decision. Because every decision comes with pros and cons. But being able to weigh those pros and cons and determine where we stand on certain issues means that we have to own it and be responsible and accountable for it.
Think about men who wear makeup.
You can't put it into boys.
Who said?
The penguin over there.
The penguin?
And now we get to the core of the crisis. What is a woman? What is that in this day and time? Is there even such thing as a woman or a man or anything? Seems to be a question nowadays. Now listen, women get mad at me. Gay people get mad at me. Lesbians get mad at me. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is true. These transgenders, these niggas want me dead. I've gone too far. I've said too much. And I gotta tell you, I'm very worried about it. I'm not even joking. Every time I come out on stage, I be scared. I be looking around the crowd, searching for Knuckles and Adam's apples to see where the threats might be coming from. A nigga came up to me on the street the other day. He said, "Careful, Dave, they after you." I said, "What?" One they or many theys?
Any of the girls here who do OF?
Okay, so there's certain things that I will not touch on, but I do need to pause it because I still want living a life of abundance to get the majority of the credit for this. I am simply running commentary on a video that I think was very well put together. The one thing I will touch on is that I still feel that in regard to our children, the morals, ethics, values, behaviors, and beliefs should stay with the parents, not the teachers, not anyone else, with the parents. The decision for our children should stay with us.
Many theys.
Any of the girls here who do OF or anyone else made over 6 figures in a month?
I'm at like 5 figures each month.
5 figures each month, okay. Just curious, how much do the non-OF girls make?
It depends.
Well, you're
So
19, right? So are you in school right
19.
now? Or?
So I have been going to cosmetology school, but I'm on a leave right now for the summer to make money.
Cosmetology school?
Yeah. So
Red flag.
I make a laughable wage.
But you get to fly for free.
But
too.
I'm rich in happiness and fulfillment.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I don't pull a traditional salary because I don't have a traditional job. I have investments. I'm not comfortable disclosing my
That's
net
fine.
worth. But I do okay. But I'll go with a salary of $0 since I'm starting a business and I have made $0.
Okay.
I'm a full-time student but have multiple sources of income, so I do well.
Okay.
I'm working at like a stock firm right now, and I'm making $15K a year.
It is logically impossible to survive making $15,000 a year because I am Asian and I'm an absolute genius and I have never made a mathematical error in my life. If you take $15,000 divided by a year, 365, the total comes out to $41 a day. It doesn't make any damn sense, just like a male feminist.
What is your view of transgender issues?
Yeah, 15K a year, unless you're only working part-time or quarter-time, that doesn't even make minimum wage. So you know, you might want to look into why you're only making that much.
Issues work when scientific anti-realism as a concept exists.
You're going to have to explain that one.
All right, so scientific anti-realism is the concept that when you see me, you see, you know, my skin, my hands, everything about me. But you do not see my cells, you do not see my atoms, you do not see the things that make up the things, they are just physical. So there is no really true way to prove, other than by hitting me, obviously, that I am right here, if it is only us two talking. So therefore, this would apply to any gendering things, including intersex, which can have an XX or XY chromosome and have androgen or estrogen insensitivity.
So I just need you to narrow this down. Is
Yeah,
the argument
what
that
I'm
things
trying-
that we don't understand the nature of things because we don't have microscopes, and therefore we can't determine sex?
I would like to narrow it down to, we cannot fully identify a gender of a person right when we see them, so therefore I believe that it is not within my own individual liberty to gender that person.
Okay, so here's my problem with that particular argument. The answer is that in 99.8%, 99.9% of cases, you absolutely can gender somebody based on looking at them. Like, really. And if you're going to use intersex people as an example of not being able to do that, this does not obviate the biological duality of sex upon which all progeneration is based for all of human history and for all mammalian species. So intersex people do not invalidate the concept of sex as a generality. Intersex people are people who have a biological anomaly. And by the way, in most cases of intersex, those people still manifest as either a male or a female. So the idea that intersex exists does not invalidate the idea that there is a male and that there is a female, or that in nearly all cases, I can tell the difference between a male and a female. Again, I'm not saying, by the way, that if you can show me your chromosomal charts that you are actually not a male, when I say that you're a male, that I should stick with that biological objective standard. Like my perception of you, in other words, is subject to my correct enunciation of an objective standard. So the objective standard, here's the deal. For all of human history, there was an objective standard between male and female. It was, for nearly all of human history, out of partial ignorance and partially because this is usually true, it was out of simply looking at people's genitals and assessing them based on their outward appearance, right? Which is still true for nearly all human beings on planet Earth.
This soy drinker, this disciple of the soy, looks like he needs to go outside once in a while. He actually thought he was saying something, but clearly I can see an Adam's apple. And remember, gentlemen, whenever there's an apple, there will be a banana. And gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Living a Life of Abundance. Please go check them out. This is a really interesting video. I've pointed out my own pros and cons to the video, and where I disagreed. This is not me being derogatory. This is me seeing a video worth watching, giving my own opinion of it, because I want to generate discussion based around it. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Excuse me. I want you to tell me what you think. I want you to tell me your opinions. Do I want you to jump on each other in the comments? No, absolutely not. I want this to be productive discussion. I don't want to hear that so-and-so is wrong because of such and such an opinion, because that's all it is. It's an opinion. We are entitled to our opinions just as we are entitled to being happy, free human beings. Have a blessed day. I love you. You're not alone. I care. Thank you for being here. Have a great day.